Hello again, everyone. Today's video is going to be using a 2D grid to do multiplication and division problems. So let's go ahead and look at some examples of this 2D grid now. So a 2D grid is basically an arrangement of objects, pictures, or numbers in rows and columns. That's called a 2D grid. 2D grids are useful representations of multiplication concepts, among other ideas in math. This 2D grid has 4 rows and 3 columns, and this is the kind that we're going to be using for today's video. Let's go ahead and take a look at some now. First example, I have how can 2 times 3 help you work out 6 times 3 and 8 times 3. So as we know here, looking at this, we know that 2 times 3 here is represented by this. And then we know that 6 times 3 is represented here. Therefore, combining the two, we know that 8 times 3 is basically this entire 2D grid here. What relationships can you see? If we know that 6 times 3 equals 18, what 2 division facts can we make? Okay, so we want to know is what 2 division problems can we make from 6 times 3 here, all right? This is important to read because the bonus activity later is going to be covering this topic as well, okay? So we know that the 2 division facts are 18 divided by 6 equals 3, and 18 divided by 3 equals 6. 6 times 3 is double 3 times 3, and 9 times 3 is triple 3 times 3. So we can use multiple facts to help us find division facts. So we basically know that 9 times 3 equals 27. So we know that 9 takes up this entire 2D grid here, and that will give us 27. So we know that 27 divided by 3 equals 9, and 27 divided by 9 equals 3. 2D grids show facts using diagrams here. So here I've got this other 2D grid here with some multiplication problems, and I'm just showing you just how it works here like this. So we know that 3 times 2 here is represented with this, and then we also know that 6 times 2 here is represented like this. And of course we know that 9 times 2 will basically be taking up this entire grid here. Okay, so I'm just showing you one example here. Here's a second example here. I got 3 times 4, which is represented here, then 6 times 4, which is represented here, and then 9 times 4, we know, takes up the entire grid here. Okay, so I'm just showing you some other examples. So this problem here, we're going to complete the multiplication facts, then write 2 division facts for each. So we're just going to do exactly as it says. We're going to take 10 times 6, which equals 60, and then write the 2 division facts, just like I showed you earlier in the video, and that's these here. 60 divided by 6 equals 10, and 60 divided by 10 equals 6. Then we'll do the same thing for 10 times 9 here. Here's the answer for the multiplication, and then for the division as well. And then we've got 10 times 3 here, and then here is the division facts that we show. So if it's telling you to do 2, make sure you do 2, please. Okay, so again, show your reading and comprehension skills by reading the directions and then following it accordingly. So for the bonus activity, I'm going to have you draw a 2D grid to find the answer to each multiplication sentence. Write a division fact to match below. So I've got this example here where you've got 7 times 10 equals 70, and 70 divided by 7 equals 10. Now, I only wrote one division fact because that's what the direction says. It says write a division fact, not 2. So it's actually telling you just to write 1. Now, there's another one there you could have put, and either one would be okay. All right, I'm just showing you this one here. But if you put the other one, which is 70 divided by 10 equals 7, that one would be okay too. So, okay. So then here are the 6 problems that you're going to use. And again, just like with the example, you're just going to draw a 2D grid to find the answer to each multiplication sentence. then write a division fact to match each problem below. Okay, so just like what you saw with the example, I want you to do the same thing for this part, okay? And as always, I will leave the bonus activity and answer key for this in the description down below. So you can check out how you did and how much you understand this. Okay, so just head on down to the description and you'll find both there. So that's what today's video was all about. It was just using a 2D grid to show you how to do some multiplication and division problems, okay? So as always, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.